All right, so I'm here at Bludsos. They have 9 in LA lunch special, so that's what I'm gonna get. So yeah, I've been wanting barbecue, and here we are. So we'll see how it is. So I'll do the aerial, but beans, ribs, mac and cheese, brisket, and then I also have cornbread over here that I'm gonna test out. But here's what we're working with. I'm gonna start with the mac and cheese.
Yes, sir. Echo, yes, sir.
This mac and cheese is phenomenally seasoned. Like, I don't think I've had mac and cheese that is like this seasoned. It almost tastes a little bit like, you know, the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. It has that vibe to it. The mac and cheese, I think, is very, very good. We go for the beans next. Beans are nice and sweet and savory. They've got pork in them. I think the beans are pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of baked beans, but these are good baked beans. Okay, and I'm gonna go ribs, no sauce. Okay, they've got phenomenal texture. Very good flavor. Okay, I'm a big fan of the sauce. It's not too sweet. It's a little bit spicy. I'm not a fan of barbecue sauces that are too sweet. This one has a nice mix. It's got a little bit of spice in there as well. So now I'm gonna go for the brisket. Okay, that is really good brisket. Great mouthfeel, not too chewy, not dry, it's moist. This is everything you want in a brisket. I think the brisket and the mac and cheese are probably my favorite items. The brisket's super good. And then I've got cornbread with honey butter. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of honey butter on the top here. Okay, that is crumbly cornbread. Yeah, cornbread is good too. All right, so I have finished. I'm absolutely stuffed. This was delicious. The brisket was one of the best briskets I've ever had. It was so well cooked, like juicy, not dry whatsoever. Mac and cheese was also really good. Yeah, this was incredible. This was great barbecue. I would definitely return. Yeah, this gets passed for me. I would give this probably, as far as barbecue goes, like 9 stars. 9 stars. This is a 9 out of 10, like 4.5 stars. A great service too. We've had great service here, so I would highly recommend this Bludsos BBQ, Santa Monica. I know my series is technically restaurants in LA. You could argue Santa Monica is not LA. Let's expand it to restaurants in SoCal, so that way I can go to more places. But yeah, this is great. I would highly recommend it. Great barbecue, great value too. I think everything is very fairly priced, especially because barbecue is so expensive. There was a deal this week for Dine in LA Week, but even the regular menu was very reasonably priced, so I would highly recommend it. All right, so we are here, as you can see, at the Rick Bayless restaurant. Okay, and here we have the churros from Tortazo, the Rick Bayless. So I'm gonna give one of these a try while they're hot, and then try the rest of the food once we get back to our room. It's a little doughy, and like the cinnamon is good, the texture is good, but I would almost describe it as like your regular churro feels like a white bread, and this to me feels a little bit like a wheat bread, or something like that. At least that's the way I'm taking it. Overall, I'd give these like 6.5, 7. Okay, so here we have cheesy potato taquitos. Here we have barbacoa tacos, and then here we have the quesadilla torta. So this is very small for being 20 bucks, the torta. I will say it does not look like a $20 sandwich. So I think we'll start here. Here we have it. Okay, this one I'm very pleased with. A lot of great flavor. The potato has a great texture. The salsa is good. It's spicy. The salsa is good. It has a little too much basil, which is odd. I don't think I've had a salsa with basil before, but that's my take on that one. I would rate this one like 8, 8.5. Okay, this one is the bomb.com. This one's getting a 10. This one's getting a 10. This is very good. Okay, this one's really good. I think out of all the items, this was ironically my least favorite, and it's the Torta restaurant. It's still very good. I would give this one like a solid 7.5. It's basically just quesadilla, but in a torta. So I don't think it has anything going for it quite as strong as the rest of them. I do think the benefit of having this in a torta is when you dip it in the consomme, it kind of becomes more like a French dip. So the bread actually soaks up a lot more of the consomme than a tortilla would. And so I think that works very well. But other than that, the flavors just work well. It's just in my opinion, like a standard quesadilla. But I'm back here at El Mercado de la Paloma, and this time I'm here at Chichen Itza, which is also run by the same restaurateurs who run Holbox, which I was here at last time, and it's really packed. It's a Saturday night, so I thought I would have to get this to go, but thankfully I found a small table out here. It's absolutely packed, like as opposed to last time was packed. This time it was really, really packed, whereas this time there weren't even tables outside when I went in. But as I was coming out, I noticed this table, so I figured this would be a great spot. So what I got was, they call it the Trio Yucateco. Okay, what we have there, I believe this is called a salbu. We have, what else was it? It was called... All right, so let's start here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is a taco de cochinita pibil. You can see the cochinita right there, which is marinated pork, and then pickled red onions. Oh, this tortilla smells so good. This tortilla smells delicious. All right. Ahí le echamos. This is probably as good as a taco can get. At least for cochinita pibil, obviously, you know, change the meats, you get whatever you want. But the pickled onions are nice. They're not too vinegary. They add the nice crunch. They just have the acidity that really uplifts this. It's not too different from a carnitas taco, but obviously the pork is like marinated. But yeah, this is very, very good. I would rate this taco like 9, probably like a 9, maybe a 10. 10 feels like glaze, so I'll have to go for a 9. But this is very, very good. All right, next up we have looks a little bit like a tostada. It is not a tostada, but it's kind of the same concept of like a well-fried tortilla, crispy tortilla. Top of the toppings we have aguacate, pickled onion, tomato, and I believe this is shredded turkey, so that'll be interesting. Let's give it a try. This is very light and refreshing. It also has lettuce on it, which I actually think adds a lot here. I didn't even have any of the aguacate. You can see it's still untouched, but this feels very light, which after this, which is just like a little bit heavier, very welcomed. I don't know, I think this is really good. And I'm not even the biggest turkey guy, but I would have this again. This is actually surprisingly very, very good. I'm not a huge turkey fan, but like it's a good tostada que. And for our last dish, this feels like a mixture between like a puffy tortilla and like a straight up gordita. So this will be interesting. I forgot what type of meat is in here. We'll remember when I take a bite, but you can see there's a lot of aguacate right there. Oh my goodness, I just realized I forgot to put on, I don't know what this is. It's some sort of like salsa. Okay, we'll try this in a second. This is definitely fermented. Whatever it is fermented. That'll be interesting. But let's try this without the salsa first. This was definitely my least favorite. It's still very good, but I think it's just a lot of turkey at once with this method versus the tostada. It feels a little more spread out. Yeah, I don't know. I think just it doesn't feel that much different from a regular taco either. So it does kind of feel like a turkey taco. It's still decent. This is definitely my least favorite of these things that I have. So let's try it with some of this salsa? Question mark? It's not striking me as a salsa. I'm only giving me a very little, so let's see what all this adds. I see why they didn't give me a lot. It's very spicy, but this is, in my opinion, the good kind of spice. It's sharp and it stings, but it doesn't like set your mouth on fire. It's like a sting rather than a burn. I actually really, really like this. It's definitely fermented, which I noted to me, like it's a little funky, you know. But I think that really, really works with, especially with turkey. I think turkey is one of those things that really needs to be lined up. Like before, I probably would have rated this taco like a 6, but this thing is an 8. This stuff is delicious right here. Oh my goodness. All right, now here is my dessert. It was called Caballero Pobre or something like that. And what I'm noticing is what they called it was Yucateco bread pudding. I'm looking at this and I say, this is a capriotada. Like, that's what this, it's a capriotada, which, you know, I guess for the American people, that's what they described it as, a bread pudding. But I look at this and I'm like, yeah, this is capriotada. So let's see, as far as capriotadas go, how good it is. I'm not the biggest fan of capriotada in general. I think it's good, but I think it's a little like syrupy, mapley, I don't know. There's something about it that I think is just a little too dark in its flavor profile. There's something like citrusy and like cinnamony about this particular one that I actually vibe with. Like, there's some orange flavor in there, or maybe it's limon or something. I mean, I'm not mad at this. I was expecting something a little different, if I'm being honest though. I was expecting like something maybe dairy based. Would I get this again? But I was in the mood for the cocktail battle. Yeah, I would. But this is the low light for me. It wasn't expensive. I think this place was rather reasonable. I think my ticket came out to like $22. And I got 4 items, so that's not too bad. So what's my final verdict? I think I would come back to Chichen Itza for the tacos, for the Chichen Itza BBQ. I think I would definitely come back for those. I think you can get a platter of like, do those for like $15, which I think is decent. Given that elsewhere in LA, you get your standard tacos for $3, you're like about $12. That's what it is. That's what it runs around here. So just for $3 more, and it's like much higher quality, like, yeah, I'd go for it. So yeah, I definitely think the Chichen Itza BBQ, I would definitely come back for it. Those tacos, I only had one, but it was really, really good. I would definitely come back for that.